Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the use case. What's a use case and why we should use it, and what is the effect of using a use case in our project and on our codes. So let's get started. In the previous video, we checked the structure of a clean architecture project. We had 3 layers: presentation, domain, and data. Use case was in the domain layer and always should be inside this layer. Use case is a class that handles a specific work. We are going to give a task to a use case and it will handle that task for us. I can say the use case is the heart of the domain layer and all of the business logics will be handled by the use case. In the previous video, I told you that each layer has a connection to the other layer, like domain to the presentation and domain to the data. So the connection between presentation layer and the domain layer was between the view model class and the use case class. So the data will be given to view model, then the view model will pass the data to the use case and only ask the use case, okay, check this data for me, and if it's compatible with our database, for example, send it to the database. If it's not compatible, give me an error and I will show this error to the user to correct the data. Something like this. In different cases, we can use use cases. We can have multiple use cases in one application. Consider an e-commerce application. We can have use case for login. We can have a use case for error handling. We can have a use case for checking the validity of the forms, of the login form and registration form. And also we can have a use case to check the shopping cart and add the item, the product to the shopping cart and extra things. Something like that. So we are going to use use cases to handle these things for us, and finally the use case will help us to make our code readable and maintainable and also testable. That's very important. In this video, I'm going to show you one use case, practically the login use case, and I'm going to explain how does it work. Let's go to the Android Studio. Okay, here I have this application. It has a login screen, simple one. When I'm clicking on the login, I can see this error. Fields cannot be empty. When I'm writing something on it, no matter what, and pressing login, it will give me the invalid username or password. And when I'm writing the correct username and password, I can see that I'm logged in. Welcome admin. So you saw here 3 different let's say notifications. Can you guess which one comes from use case, which one comes from view model, and which one comes from the data layer, from the repository? Let's go to the codes and I'm going to explain to you which one comes from which class. Here we have a user class. It has ID and a name. In the main activity, we have this user repository implementation, use case, and view model. We introduce them here and we pass them to the login screen. In the screen, as you saw, we have 2 outline text fields, one for username, one for password, and a button to check if the password is okay or username is okay and to log in the user. And finally, a text to show the state. We have a user repository. It's an interface. We have function login here. We are going to give the username and password to this function, and later it will give us a result based on the data class user. Here we implemented this interface. As you can see, it inherits from this interface. We have overridden suspend function login, which is this function, and we have the username and password. Then we are going to check if username is equal to admin and password is equal to admin. Result.success will be sent to the other parts, and if not, the failure will send. And here in the view model, we introduce this login use case to our view model, and here we have function login. Again, we have the username and password, and this username and password are coming from the use case, and you can see on success and on failure. If it's okay, everything is okay, and you can see welcome, the name was admin, so welcome admin. And if we have a failure, unknown error. Let's go and check the use case now. Okay, in the use case, I have a suspend operator function invoke to invoke the task that I mentioned here. We have the username and password, and if the username is blank or the password is blank, we are getting this error. Field cannot be empty. If not, we are passing the data to the repository to check if it's equal to our username and password or not. So, as you can see, the field cannot be empty is coming from the use case. The invalid username or password comes from the repository, and the unknown error and the welcome admin are coming from view model. So now you can guess what's the task of this use case. It's checking if the fields are having some text in them or not. So in this case, the use case only checks if something is written here or not. It can be nonsense data, and after having some text inside it, it will go to the repository. So let's do some changes here. I'm going to have another condition here. The user cannot be blank. That's it. But the password should not be blank. And beside that, it should have a letter, a digit, an uppercase, and a lowercase letter. And if one of them is not provided, we will see this error. If all of them are okay, we are going to send the data to the repository. So let me run it and check it. Again, admin, let's check. Field cannot be empty. So we are still in the first condition. Then admin, the password must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and one digit. Even though the password is correct, here we have the admin and here we have the admin, but the use case doesn't let the data go through the next layer, to the data layer, to be checked if it's okay or not. We have a server, we have a database, and the usernames and the passwords will be stored in the database. So before we are having access to the database, the use case will abort the process. So in this case, I need to change the password to make it compatible with the conditions that we wrote in the use case. So now I have everything we need. Admin and admin1. Login, welcome admin. So we could pass through the use case and go to the data layer. And this is the functionality of the use case. So a specific task will be given to the use case, and the use case will check if we can meet this task or not, it's done or not. And after that, it will decide to give you access to go to the data or to send the data to the data layer, or if something is wrong, will give you an error to show it to the user. And also, in some cases, we can have it like at the same time together, checking data, sending a data to the database, and giving us a reference to see that the process was successful. And that was everything about the use case. And as I told you, in the next video, I'm going to start a new playlist about the biking application. And you will see a good example of using use case and clean architecture in that video. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see that playlist. It's a great playlist, and I hardly encourage you to watch it. Till that time, have a good time. If you have any comment, write them down below in the comment box, and I will be so happy to read and answer them. Watch my website and join the newsfeed for the news about the Android. Have a good time. Happy coding. See you.